But daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy.
Let's go.
Get up on y'all. You gonna learn today.
Daddy, chill.
Call me Daddy.
We're live. It's been a while. It's been a couple weeks. It's been busy. You know, I got kids. I got a wife. Trying to grow this business. Trying to expand. Working hard. It's tough to get in here. But I'm back. It feels good to be back. We've been absolutely grinding our ass off on Whatnot the last month and a half or so. It's been a grind. Trying to get to 2 days, trying to get to 2 shows a day, trying to get as many hours on the app as possible, move as much product. You know, the toughest thing, the position that we're in right now is we're not allocated. I'm not allocated. So we're getting everything on the secondary market, secondhand, third hand. This guy knows this guy who knows this guy who has a case of this. So we're paying very strong on wax and products to put on the table for you guys. And it's tough. It's really tough because you're constantly trying to forecast. Whoa, that sounds better. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. I felt like I was in a cave, but it was good. We're constantly trying to forecast for the next release, the next week, scheduling, putting the right breakers in the right positions and the right products, and who's in the chair tonight, who's in the chair tomorrow. Are we running singles? What do we got to get for next? It's just a constant thing. And it's so much more gratifying. Is that a word? Yeah, gratification. The gratification of what we're doing is just, it's hard. It's so much more work. And I'm dedicating so much more time to what we're doing now than I have in a very long time. Probably even more so than when I was in Texas. But it's so much more joy in my heart, my soul, my brain. It just gives me so much joy to like build this thing that we're doing and know that I have my stamp on it. And I have a say in like how things are ran or what we're running or what we're going to do, the direction we're going to go, the things that I can say and do on the lives. So the gratitude that I have now is just so much more. And even my wife said, she's like, you just seem so much more happier. And I was like, yeah, I'm so much more happier. And then I'm also like, I'm ran into the ground tired all the time. I think I've been at the office every day this week from like 10 a.m. till 10 o'clock at night. But it keeps my mind going. It keeps everything that's bottled up inside of my head. I can sort of just get it out of my head and just do the things that I love to do. Just it's so much better for me. And I want to get into that because I haven't really divulged all the things that we've been doing and how we got here. And I think this is a good time to talk about that. So it's probably been about 4 months now. About 4 months ago, I was put in contact with a buddy of mine, put me in contact with somebody who wanted to get into the hobby. His name is Fred. He wanted to open up a card store and he wanted to kind of pick my brain. And I said, yeah, we can sit down at lunch. You could pick my brain. I could tell you all the ins and outs of the do's, the don'ts. And so we sat there and picked my brain for a good hour and a half, 2 hours at lunch. I think I really opened his eyes to the entire hobby space and how things are ran. And I think he was really blown away at the knowledge that I was giving him just off the top of my head, and how things between the grading and the cards and the allocations and this products. And even though I've never ran a card store, I've been around them my whole life. So I know all the ins and outs and how things are kind of ran. So that was like 4 months ago. And then a month later, I left Blaise, and he reached out to me and he was like, "Hey, you're not doing anything." It's like, "Let's partner up." He's like, "You got all the knowledge, you got the reputation, you got the relationship with the customers, and I got all the connections." I was like, "Fuck it, let's roll." So he brings in his team, which is nice because we have Andrew and Tiffany. Shout out to Andrew and Tiffany. Fucking love Andrew, man. Guy's a fucking sharp, man. I call him our Ari Gold. He walks in, he's all fucking buttoned up. He's ready to just like, if we ever need somebody to just like, "Hey man, I don't want to deal with this meeting. Like, let's just send Andrew in there and just get it done. I don't want to do it," because I'll walk in sweats and a t-shirt, or sweats and a sweatshirt and a backwards hat and fucking my reef slip-ons. And I just look like a joke because I want to be comfortable in any situation. I'll wear sweats and sweatshirt to a fucking steakhouse. I don't really care. They'll take my money. But Andrew and Tiffany are like stone cold killers on the back end, which is so refreshing for me and eliminates one of those hats that I've constantly worn. Because this whole time leading up to coming to Vegas, like I wore every hat. I was the accountant, I was HR, I was the owner, I was the sorter, I was the breaker, I was the shipper. I wore all these hats. Now, I did have help along the way. Sleevey was obviously with me. I brought on Teddy. But the way I like to do things, it sucks because it's like in my head, and I like things done a certain way. And that's sort of a bad micromanaging aspect that I have. But I'm very particular on how things should be ran, especially on the back end. But I'm getting sidetracked. But now we have this team, and I don't have to worry about, like, I'm not so consumed about the money side of things and having to worry about that stuff. Like, I can just go and try to do as much creativity things on social media, on doing this podcast, creating breaks for the breakers, like going out and getting the right type of people that want to work with us. That's one of our biggest like things we're trying to attack is finding people that are down on their luck. They've never really had that chance. They may have been doing it themselves this whole time, and it's just like a side gig, and they really want to do it full time. They really want to jump in the water, and that's what we're looking for. And so Fred and myself and Andrew and Tiffany and the whole team, we came up with a company, a brand new name. Now, I'm still Daddy Rips. Let's not get this twisted, all right? Daddy Rips is still here. But now this is a new brand that we're going to be bringing to the table that encompasses everything that I want and need, and it's called Rips Society. Now, this brand will be launched Halloween night, Halloween day, October 31st on Fanatics Live. Fanatics Live, that will be our first show, our debut show on Fanatics Live, Rips Society. Okay? I had a lot of influence on the logo. I've got my touch on there. It's got the red. It's got the black. It's got a little bit of white, little bit of gray. It's everything that is me. But we're starting this up and running with this as sort of like the umbrella style company where, you have the Barstool and you have the Portnoy. And then underneath there, you have all of these other sort of characters and people and their own sort of brands. And we want to bring people on and be like, hey, like join up with the society, come in. You could keep your name, keep your mantra, your whatever you want to call it on the live. Everyone knows you by this, but now you're under the society and bring your people with you. And you can make your own merch, and we'll do merch for all of our different breakers and expand on everyone we bring on. So we're launching, breaking news, we're launching on Fanatics Live next Friday, October 31st. So look out for that live. Go follow that account. Now, it was my previous account. It was just switched over to the new account, switched over to the new name, new brand. It's a new brand, same me, guys. It's new brand, same me. The same style you're going to get, the same outrageous, crazy shit that I will say. And we're going to go get a lot of different style breakers. Because guess what? Nobody wants me 24/7. The only person that wants me 24/7 is my wife and my girls. That's it. Nobody wants to hear this voice 24/7. So we're going to go get other guys, different style breakers, and really reach out to different customer base. Because that's ultimately the goal, right? If I stuck to my customer base, I tap into about 30% of the hobby. 70% of the hobby really doesn't fucking like my style. They don't like my language. They don't like the things I say. They don't like my politics. They don't like the way I look. They don't like, the way I talk, whatever. So we're going to try to tap into those other 70% that don't like me. And then, we'll put someone in the chair that they might gravitate to. So look out for that. Go follow that account. Look out for that live. I will be in the chair Halloween day on Fanatics Live. Look out for some sort of costume. I'm going to be dressing up for sure. I don't know what I'm going to dress up as. The Fortnite banana. I don't even know. I'm trying to think what could be the most outrageous costume to launch the live on. But look out for the live. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be now tapped in on 2 apps. I'd like to push for 3 apps. I'd like to get to eBay Live. Trying to get a hold of those guys. Kind of going back and forth. We'll see. Maybe they'll hear this. Maybe they won't. Reach out to me. I'm here. I want to put breakers on the live. And I want to start rolling. We've got a sick office here in town. If you guys are ever in town, come by the office. Come say hi. See the operation. See how we're kind of run things. We're surrounding ourselves with really good people, smart people, intelligent people, people that actually care, and really want to do things the right way and in the right order and process and manner. And it's exciting for me. I've had a pep in my step I'd say the last month. It's been really like a really big bolster to my confidence, my self-esteem. My ego is already big, but yeah, everything else is like it's really good for me. I have to be busy, and I have to be busy at something that really I have my stamp on. That I go, yeah, that's I made that. I'm part of that. So I'm really looking forward to the future and how we can build on this. I know, we had the Vegas Knights announcer on a few weeks ago with us, ripping hockey cards. That kind of stuff, like we're just scratching the surface with that. We're in touch with probably 5 to 7 athletes currently, right now, in touch with these guys that are going to be coming in and ripping with us. We have a studio that is going to be built out for celebrity style studio where we do some crazy stuff, some crazy rips, and fun giveaways, and doing things sort of to stand out. We got to stand out because it's so oversaturated. This hobby is getting to the point where it's so oversaturated with breakers, and it's like we got to do stuff that stands out. So what are we going to do? We're going to do crazy, wild shit on the live, bring in people, influencers, athletes, celebrities, trying to do big things on that stuff. We're going to be ripping at the UNLV football game. We just got approved that we're going to be at the Aviators game, ripping baseball in a suite at the Aviators game with the baseball as our background, and stuff that just like I've always wanted to do, but I just never had time to do. I never had the capacity in my brain and the time in my schedule to fucking fit in and do. And now with this new direction, I have that. And I have people around me that are like, facilitate DR as much as possible. Make sure everything that he wants to be done gets done. If we can't figure it out, someone's got to figure it out. You know, we're close with, you know, we have Aaron over at Ellis Island. You know, the Boomas Sportsbook. You know, we're in with them and we're having fun and we're doing bets, placing bets on the live and just having a good time with it. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this whole new chapter. I'm excited to have a lot of a really good support system, people around me that outside of my wife's my biggest advocate. She's my biggest supporter. She's my biggest believer. She always has been. And now I have another group of people that I was fortunate to stumble upon that see the potential. They see I think they see it in my head and my brain and my eyes. And then when I make eye contact with them and they're like, holy shit, like yeah, you know your shit. And I'm like, yeah, it's like a brainwave thing. We're like talking without talking. And I'm glad that I was able to make these relationships, especially quick after leaving Blaise, because after leaving Blaise, it was kind of in limbo. I didn't know. You know, my wife's like, we're not leaving Vegas. I'm like, well, if we're not leaving Vegas, then I got to figure the shit out. Because I had offers to go elsewhere. And she's like, well, you got to figure it out. We're staying here. The girls love it here. I love it here, which is ironic because at first she didn't want to move here. But now she loves it here. And so we're staying here. So I figured it out. And everything, the universe works crazy ways, special ways. And everything sort of lined up like perfectly and like a jigsaw puzzle just come together to this point and moment in time. And it's been fucking great. It's been awesome. The girls are growing up so fast. I can't even, every day I look at my girls. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like yesterday you looked different. Are you taller? Did your hair grow? What the fuck's going on? Girls, it's growing. I'm like looking at my phone. I'm like, man, I feel like it was like just yesterday. They were like 3 and 4. They're 10 and 11. I'm an old man. What the fuck is happening? But I'm excited. Pay attention. Website's coming. Merchandise is coming. Special things are coming. Things that people aren't doing right now that we're going to be doing. Insane giveaways. Membership giveaways. Website drops. Podcast, being able to go right onto the website where you can tap in, listen to the pod, watch the pod, share the pod. Showing off all the products that we're bringing onto the table. So look forward to it because I know I am. Fanatics Live is coming, and we're coming. Halloween, 10/31. I will be on there. Rips Society. Catch me there. Before I go, we got to talk about one thing. Just in today, I'm so glad that my pod was today and not yesterday, because I showed up yesterday. I got the notification that it was today, but the dad brain in me, I showed up yesterday. I wasn't supposed to record yesterday, supposed to record today, but I'm glad I'm recording today. The FBI has taken Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier into custody for rigging games and gambling, poker games. All of our conspiracy theorists, all of our crazy sports gambling minds, when we say this shit is rigged, this smells funny, and everyone's like, bullshit. There's no way. They can't do it. They can't get away. There's no way that they could be able to do it. Well, they were doing it. And they were doing it for a long time. And now people are going to start really going back and looking at games when someone came out in the third quarter with an injury, with a quote unquote injury, when his over-under on points for the game was 17 and he had 15 in the third quarter, and he just so happened to come out of the game. Or when a lot of money comes in on a team and LeBron just so happens to sit out that game. Oh, it's kind of funny. All of these little conspiracy theorists that are out there, I'm one of them. All the conspiracies, a lot of them are coming true. And this one was a big one. I was just talking with someone 2 days ago. I said, dude, you don't think if a guy was offered $1 million in a fucking offshore account, you don't think he would do something? Just something. Throw an extra flag, fake an injury, really throw up some shitty shots, drop a ball, swing and miss a few times. You don't think? Come on. I don't care, because Terry Rozier was making $26 million and he was doing it. $26 million. How much more money do you need? And that guy was doing it. So if you don't think that a ref, a second guy off the bench, star wide receiver, I'm only going to give 4 catches tonight. Over under set at 5.5. 4 or 5 tonight. I think it's happening all the time. And I think it's more rigged or influenced. Maybe influence is the word. I think the games are more influenced than people think. When a lot of these numbers I just so happen to just land right under or right on. I don't know. We're going to find out. Kash Patel with them fucking beady eyes, walking around, arresting people. Kash looks like he's been doing, I don't know, some fucking crazy Adderall or something. But Kash is on it. He can't find the Epstein list, but he can find the guys rigging basketball games. That's all I got to say. I'll see you guys next week. I got to go back to the office. I got to go run Trevor into the ground. Later, guys.